And we're going to use Robert Greene's classic work, The Art of Seduction, as our guide to really peel back the layers on the psychology behind this incredibly powerful art form. And right off the bat, Greene just shatters the biggest myth out there. This isn't about having the perfect face or some kind of natural, magical charm that you're just born with. No, it's a skill. And it's all about understanding what makes people tick. It's about psychology. And this is something we have to get really clear on from the get-go. Yeah, romance is part of it, for sure. But the principles we're talking about, they apply absolutely everywhere. I mean, think about it. Sales, marketing, politics, even just your day-to-day conversations. It's all about getting people to like you, to listen to you, to be drawn to your ideas. So where does Greene even begin with this? Well, he starts by laying out these different patterns of attraction. He calls them archetypes. Think of them as roles you can step into, characters you can play, to create a very specific kind of magnetic pull. And what's so fascinating is how each one works its magic. You've got the Siren, or the Rake for the guys, who just radiates this raw, almost dangerous physical energy that kind of taps into our most primal side. Then there's the Coquettes. This is the master of the hot and cold game. They pull you close, then push you away, and it makes the chase completely addictive. And then you have someone like the Charismatic, which isn't really about sex at all. They just have this inner light, this rock-solid confidence that makes you want to be around them, hoping a little bit of it will rub off on you. So, what's the secret sauce here? What's the one thing that connects all these different types? What's the fundamental mindset that makes all of this possible? Let's get into the core secret. And this, right here, this lays it all out. See, most of us, when we're on a date or in a meeting, we're totally trapped inside our own heads. We've got this nonstop inner monologue going. Do they like me? Oh man, was that a dumb thing to say? What can I say next to impress them? A seducer, they turn that voice completely off. Their focus is 100% outer directed. It's all on the other person. They're not busy thinking of their next line. They are actively, deeply listening. They're absorbing the other person's spirit. And that's the whole key. Real, genuine attention is so incredibly rare in our world. We're all so wrapped up in ourselves that when someone finally truly listens to us, validates us, and makes us feel like we're the only person in the room, well, it's intoxicating. It's the foundation of all charm, all influence. Let's see how this works in the real world with a pretty wild example. Okay, so an American journalist, Cindy Smith, gets sent to interview Sukarno, the infamous dictator of Indonesia back in the 60s. She's walking in there expecting to meet an absolute monster, a brutal, scary figure. But instead of dominating her, being this big, loud dictator, Sukarno does the exact opposite. He just listens to her with this hypnotic focus. He basically becomes a sponge for her personality. At one point, he tells her he loves her hair color so much that he wants to dye his own hair the same shade of blonde. Can you imagine? She's completely disarmed. She's thinking, wow, I'm having this incredible effect on this powerful man. But who was really in control the whole time? He was. By turning all his energy outward, by entering her spirit and her world, he was controlling the entire dynamic, and she never even saw it coming. He completely charmed her, simply by paying attention. Okay, so now that we've seen what to do, it is just as important, maybe even more important, to understand what not to do. And for that, Greene gives us the concept of the anti-seducer, the total opposite of everything we've been talking about. The traits of the anti-seducer are all about pushing people away. They're tight, they're rigid, they're emotionally closed off, they're judgmental, they radiate insecurity, and worst of all, they are just hopelessly self-absorbed. They can't get out of that nagging inner monologue, and that makes them deeply, deeply unattractive. And Greene makes such a brilliant point here. Being cheap has nothing to do with how much money you have. It's about your spirit. Whether you're stingy with your time, your compliments, or, your money, it all sends the same signal. It tells the other person, you are not worth the effort. You aren't worth this. And absolutely nothing kills attraction faster than that feeling. So we've covered the what and the how, the different types, the core mindset, what to avoid. But now we get to the biggest question of them all. Why? Why does any of this work in the first place? I mean, why are we so vulnerable to this kind of psychological pull? What is the deep human need that's being met here? The answer, when you get right down to it, is both simple and pretty profound. Our day-to-day lives, they can be really boring, really routine. We crave drama, we crave mystery, we crave a little pleasure and adventure. Deep down, we're all kind of hoping someone will come along and just take us out of our ordinary lives, offer us some enchantment, and sweep us off our feet. A seducer gives us that escape. And this isn't just about the thrill of a new chase. This is the absolute secret to keeping long-term relationships alive. How many times do you hear people say the magic is gone? Well, seduction is the art of re-enchanting your partner. It's about surprising them, showing them a new side of yourself, and proving, again and again, that you never, ever take them for granted. And in the end, this is what it all comes down to. Just picture the pure, simple joy a little kid feels when their parent picks them up and playfully spins them around. It's that feeling of being safely guided, of being taken on a little thrilling journey, of being totally delighted. That is the feeling a master seducer creates. They appeal to that inner child that's inside all of us, the part that's just dying to be swept away.